In today's Park Spotlight experience, we are traveling into the not-so-distant future where humanity is dealing with the aftermath of climate change. This post-apocalyptic theme park has something very interesting happening with the terrain. Half of the park is collapsing inward on itself and sliding into the earth. I have never seen something so interesting like this done before, and I'm excited to take a closer look and see exactly how they pulled this off. So why don't we do just that? Hey yo, my Planet Coaster friends, Johnny5 Live here, and welcome back to another episode of Park Spotlight Contest Edition. Today we're looking at the Last Haven created by Ready to Fall. This park looks like it's ready to fall. Here they say, hi Johnny, welcome to the Last Haven. In the not so distant future, humanity is dealing with the aftermath of the climate change. While rising sea levels have flooded vast coastal areas, the remaining land has turned hostile, dry desert, too hot to live in. If that wasn't enough, the Earth's surface around major cities is starting to crack open for some reason and couldn't be explained. The few survivors gathered what they could from all the ruins and built a community underground, protected by the unforgiving heat and sun, while using the surface for crucial life-supporting infrastructure. Join them on the maintenance run to check up on the moisture vapors and the wind turbines. Go on the vertical farm to harvest crops and ride scavengers through the ruins of the city to collect building materials to expand the new settlement. On your way down into the cave, make sure you visit the History Museum as well. Enjoy your time in the community of the Last Haven, celebrating the second chance for humanity. Only there wasn't that mysterious part of the cave system where several people have already gone missing. The surface area should be explored by only day, the underground by night. I slightly prefer night. The walkable area on the surface, consciously relatively small. It is an environmental hostile afterlight after all. So we don't want to miss our guests to spend too much time frying in the heat. But don't worry, there are plenty to explore. Ride preferences are shown at the stations where acceptable. Make sure to download the media files, which we have. This is my first fully completed project in Planko. After a couple unfinished trial runs, I wanted to get the immersion post-apocalyptic world where the traditional theme park experience with it. I hope you like it. Thank you so much for featuring it, and I hope you enjoy. Ready to Fall. It's not your first completed project. I recognize your name. Okay, maybe we featured a coaster spotlight of you for Titanfall 2, and that was for the video game coaster contest hosted by Discord. So you did finish one little project. Anyways, enough with the introductions. Let's go check out this crazy park. Ladies and gentlemen, here we are at Ready to Fall's The Last Haven, and it is doing something extraordinary. Oh. What is this? Park Spotlight Blackmire. This is the not-so-distant future when the world falls to pieces and Wix is like, I finished Blackmire. And I'm still doing spotlights. We're on episode 7,000 featuring Blackmire. Great. I love that. Little storytelling. Environmental storytelling is important in games. Fallout does it really well, and it is a post-apocalyptic game. And can we go in? No, it's all debris. And I appreciate when you guys do that to your parks. You know, do a little bit of environmental storytelling. Always a good sign of a good park there. So they are regrowing crops inside of greenhouses, which also appear to be, or maybe one of them is a ride. Yeah, this one is a ride. So people are getting in queue over here for the vertical farm. Can we get on it before it's too late? Just colors, colors, colors. We're a little bit too close for comfort. Yep, ripping our faces off with these things. But still a great concept. It's like an elevator. If they ever do a Planet Coaster 2, fingers crossed. I really hope they add elevators. I think that'd be awesome. The maintenance run. I feel like we need to go visit whatever this monstrosity is. And that would be the scavenger. So, for those, like, looking at this going, oh wow, like, they built everything on an angle. No! But yes! It's not as simple as it seems. You don't just build a park and then rotate it. In fact, anything that you build on the grid is generally stuck rotating only on the y-axis. That means 360. You can rotate it left and right, not vertically. You cannot rotate things on the grid vertically, which means everything you see here, from the houses to the roads to the street stuff, the props, are all placed by individual pieces. To explain that further, we can look at this house here, and it's made up of like little tiny wood pieces. This is not like a standard building piece. Nothing is. Individual boards. Look at that. So you would have to basically find pieces that are rotatable, which are less than half of the available pieces, and still make it look believable. So there is something really quite fascinating to this whole sunken terrain that's sliding inwards that is not easily achievable, and quite honestly has never really been done to this scale. It is like a half of the mini park. I'm very impressed, and the ride is going to take us all the way through it. It is the, what is it, the Typhoon. There we go, green across the board. We got almost, it's 1,300 meters in length there, bunch of inversions, a little bit of airtime. Looking good, though. Seat 2 is what they're asking with that sign, and we will do that. Let's check it out. That is really, really cool. Oh, wow. This whole section of the park dedicated to one coaster, I think it's phenomenal. I almost feel like you could have stretched that to like 2,000-3,000 meters because there's so much detail that I feel like we should have double backed almost, you know? Like I'm like trying to absorb all of the information coming into my freaking eyes, and like there's certain angles that you just don't get to see, like this. And we technically shouldn't be walking up here. There's no pathways, but I'm trying to wonder how you could double feature or get a better look at things, because it is so incredible and we're going at such high speeds. The problem with trying to fit a dark ride or track ride or something like a go-kart, everything's on an angle. You wouldn't be able to do it unless you had a mod of some sort. Imagine that, a mod where you can have the go-kart track tilted and you're racing down this angle. That would be cool. Ah, your Titanfall. You did that was their last thing that we were talking about. You did Titanfall, the coaster, game coaster, and there's like a leftover piece of it in this post-apocalyptic world. Again, environmental storytelling from your past creations, which is great. This is a fully built city section with the bus stops and everything. I mean, this is just remarkable. Like I said, I wish I could have seen some of it better, but like obviously we're looking at it now with the camera, but from the ride of the coaster. I think maybe you could have double backed a few more times, got that coaster to 2,000 meters plus, but still an incredible experience. Can't really complain. I'm just saying that this is so good that I would have liked to soak it up a little longer. But man, oh man, that is such a cool, what do you even call it? Display of environmental work. Like of all the look at the backside. That's crazy. It's like ripped up and tilted in. I love it. It's really nice, masterful terraforming. It almost looks like a Star Destroyer coming crashing down. Of all the different landscapes we've seen throughout the contest, this is one of the ones that stands out to me as the most unique. I love everything about it. He said to explore the surface and then maybe go underground, so maybe that's what we'll do. We'll check out this maintenance run, and then we'll turn it to night and go down below. This is crazy. All right, so what do we have here for the maintenance run? It looks like it's an inverted four-seater. Green across the board, another 1,000 plus meters in length. More inversions on this this guy. Really cool. All right, let's get to it. Whoa! Spoiler alert! Oh man, this has some hidden ingenious designs in there, and they very much seem intentional. So at certain points you chose to put a little bit of hang time where the coaster just stalls out a little bit, but we're like upside down and looking sideways at the landslide, and it really just makes the whole piece really captivating from a distance. And you kind of did that twice from two different angles, and it's a great way to put the spotlight back on that big piece there without having to explore it. We're exploring it from a distance. There you go. There's the shot right there. And it kind of makes up for the fact that I was like, I would have liked to double back and go around here a little bit more. Instead, we're just exploring it from a different angle, further back. And it really does, you know, when we're done here, it's like, that's the conclusion of that. Let's go see other stuff. It didn't conclude that, because this one brought it back in. And I think that's really smart design. And then at the very, very end, you showed us a sneak peek of the underground area, which I assumed it wouldn't be as big as what we saw. So that just goes to show, like, hey, there's a lot more to see, and it gets you excited for more. What's next? And that's like kind of teasing us a little bit and getting us excited as a ride is coming to its close. And I really love that. It just like revamps the excitement factor. I guess we're gonna go to night here, AM, and see. Well, before we go down here, let's just take a peek outside. I'm not sure if they said, yeah, it's not a whole lot of light going on here. I mean, the city shouldn't be lit up at all, considering all the power lines would have been ripped out. So I'm quite okay with that. Let's see how it looks down here. The History Museum. Yeah, let's check that out. Study the past if you define the future. Those who fail to learn from history are doomed to repeat it. Yeah, yeah. Oh! A Horror Heights underground. Very interesting. Is there row 1, seat 3? Let's do this. Wow. I I think that might be one of my all-time favorites, Horror Heights. And the reason why is because it's like a storybook, right? Like it not only a storybook, but like the history of everything, and we get to see things at beginning, middle, and the end was just insane. I didn't even think to expect that we would get a view of this. I didn't even think. And it being underground makes so much more sense now because you have to have the tippity top come right up here. And I just love the way you kind of told the story with that. You know, a lot of the Horror Heights that we see, it's like random room number one, random room. Hardly ever do they tie each of the rooms together and tell a story with a climactic finish, with using the very top opening as, you know, the biggest story peak. I just think this is phenomenal. And again, reutilizing all the work that you did with the landslide, which you did on this coaster and now the Horror Heights. And I really feel like we get a lot of value out of the effort that you put into that terrain by using it multiple times like that. There we go. I wanted to see it poke up. There they go. They're looking at it. Bye now. That's great. Really well done. My personal favorite Horror Heights in this entire contest, we've probably seen like a handful, maybe 5 or so. But yeah, this one did it for me. I really liked it. Is this just another way up, like a different entrance? The ventilation system, it looks like it is a second entrance, but it also looks like it's a second ride. Okay. Oh, wow. Ooh, once again. Oh, that's like really clever. Oh, wow. I love the ingenuity of this park. And if we sit on the inside, we can see, again, the giant landslide from afar. And it looks like a ventilation fan. That is genius. Well done. Give it up for Ready to Fall, everybody. Freaking genius. Like I said, utilizing that terrain once again. At first, I thought, okay, that terrain was all made just for one coaster. We're gonna ride it and never look at it again. Wrong. We look at it from every single ride in the park. And now, what I said in the very, very beginning of maybe it'd be better if it was possibly longer, no, not even applicable anymore. I think it's just the right amount now that we get to experience that landslide more often. What is... All right. Little tents. That is your motel. All the tents. The warehouse. I like this. Some real end of the world shit. Fua's Arts and Crafts. There's Furana painting the muddy dirt tackles. Oh, wow. That's her shop contest entry. Very cool. Oh, one of my favorites. Age of Empires. Really nice. Oh, wow. Well, shout out to Furana. Some amazing stuff in this. I like, again, with the environmental storytelling. Fua survived the apocalypse. She's still here, doing stuff. Who's selling the hats? Cave Digger. Wow! Very smart again. Cutting all the rocks out. Look at the debris falling. I don't think I would want to go on that. I already hate zippers. Scare the hell out of me. This is great. Tacos, fried potatoes, fresh fruit. I really like this shopping area. It's really great. The watershed. And they got a little concert here. Some rock band going on. I mean, they're enjoying the end of the world. Seems to be. And we're going to enjoy it even more because I did see, yeah, there's a, oh yeah, I'm hanging mine train, swinging mine train. Now how do we get to it? Where is the queue for you? I can't seem to find it, but I did find this. Danger, keep out, no entry, stay back. Easter egg? Easter egg? Ooh, I like the ambience too. Feels like it's getting more dangerous. You knew I would come through here. Oh, what? Test shooting in ride mode. Test shooting. No way. Bonus. I'm gonna turn reshade off just in case. Are we actually shooting, or is this just a ride? It's kind of funny that you made a ride an Easter egg. I didn't expect that. Oh my god, I'm not gonna be able to read any of this. Such an easy planet, only cracking up the surface and we're ready for invasion. Yes, the local species already destroyed the environment. That's fun. Again, with the comic book style, telling a story. I really enjoy that. Alarm, intruders. So maybe we're not actually shooting any, or maybe I'm supposed to shoot them. But what I was saying is it's very interesting that you made this an Easter egg because there's actually no queue. The pathway stopped and I just went in and I could have very well missed this. Stop the machine that cracks up the Earth's surface. Yeah, I could have very well missed this. It's very unintentionally or intentionally hidden. So, I mean, I'm glad I found it. It's a bonus little Easter egg and a full ride at that. We haven't seen a whole lot of shooting rides, and I like the storytelling in this. It's not really all about the shooting. But what I was shooting there was like for the sake of stopping this world from falling apart. The earth cracking generator. Destroy the reactor cores and blow up the alien base. So was it actually caused by global warming then, or was this all a result of the aliens? By the way, I didn't know you could write text on those doors like that. I think that might be the first time I've seen that. I mean, most people that use those doors probably didn't know that either. You learn something new every day, even when the game is 5 years old. Planet Coaster is the gift that keeps on giving. Come on, get the reactor. I like the craziness caused by the result of my shooting triggers. That's really well done. It makes for like an actual good shooting experience. Don't let them get away to get reinforcements. Don't let them get reinforcements? So we're destroying their vehicles now so that they can't get away. That's fun. Destroy the repair droid. That's important. You did it! You saved the last haven. Okay, so this is an after effect, basically. The world has already been destroyed, but the aliens came to do more damage, and we just prevented all that. Really fun. A super interesting Easter egg. This park is the gift that keeps on giving as well. And you're lucky that I found this. Very lucky indeed. Because the path does end there. And it does say keep out. If I was more of an obedient explorer, park explorer, that would have not been found. I honestly do not know how to get to the coaster, though. I'm going to cheat and see if I can find the entrances. Look at this. I don't think it's actually meant to be ridden. Okay, so yeah, I think this is just like an environmental thing. It just, which is a little bit of a shame because it looks so cool on the outside. But what it does do is it creates like a little bit of ambience. You see these coaster trains going by. But I do believe you could have easily made this a full-fledged ride, like an actual mine train coaster. What it's doing here is interesting enough, even if it just kind of went around the whole area as a tour and then, you know, went back in. I think that's fine. The part where it's kind of outside in the middle of the universe, it's floating in the void, is the immersion breaking factor. If you would have just put that as into a tunnel, I think that would have been perfectly acceptable. Because this part, while not exhilarating, it lets us soak up the tunnel a little bit more. So, interesting decision there. Slightly disappointed that that wasn't a final attraction within the cave. But I'll take it. We had the shooting ride, which made up for it, as well as the Horror Heights. So you kind of had like an ambient coaster, which does count as one, a shooting ride. Then we also had, oh, I didn't even notice this. Oh, you can't really see through it on the outside. Maybe you should have reversed the panels so we could see into it. What was I saying? So ambient ride, shooting ride, those both count. Inverted coaster on the top, and then this crazy contraption over here. That would be a total of 4. And the Horror Heights definitely feels like a 5th. Let me check the ride list. Make sure there's no more hidden surprises. It's called no ride decoration only. The Mystery Menace. Okay, that is all of them. We definitely hit them all. What a unique and interesting park. Definitely gets the award from me for the most innovative, unique terrain design got into any theme park. As mentioned, I think all your elements and how you used your flat rides to take a final look at the cave in there, as well as the horror heights, and even the drop tower to some extent, then also your inverted coaster. We got some really good views of this. It wasn't just one and done with this coaster, and we kind of revisited it in certain aspects from certain directions. And as this ventilation fan comes up, it's just a really cool idea. So I'm loving what you did with your flat rides, which Horror Heights included that little spinny ride as well as your drop tower. Really well done. Love it. The hidden shooting ride was also a nice surprise, and I thought it was well done. It's very rare that I enjoy a shooting ride, but I did enjoy that. It's got a lot going on for it. It is a super stacked bracket, but I think this one deserves some votes for innovation for sure. We're getting closer and closer to the end, guys. I think there's 5 more features after this one here today, and then we'll be at the end of the bracket, and I will be putting a close eye on all the votes, and it is going to be a nail biter because there has been so many unique and innovative creations, but this is certainly one of them at the pinnacle. Really good job. Ready to fall on the last Haven. What did you guys think? Fire away down in the comments below, and that is going to do it for me in today's episode. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you have a wonderful day. Bye now.